Okay, up next is Stiegl freibier. And then, welcome back to Views on Brews. I'm Brendan, and this is a beer I've not actually had their alcoholic offerings of their range. To be honest, I just missed out on them every time. But Stiegl or Steigl or Stiegl or Steigl, is it Steigl? They produce this non-alcoholic beer. I'll just hold it up there for a second. It's got barley malt, wheat malt, hops, yeast, and natural fermentation dioxide, which is interesting. So this must be a bottle conditioned beer. It's a long neck bottle. It's 500 mils or 50 cls, however you want to say it. And it has what kind of alcohol range is this? Just says alcohol free. Maybe I'll see in a minute what it is. It must be like 0.5, I'm guessing. Don't want to turn it up too much and work up all that, mess up all that sediment. Yeah, it's under 0.5. It's got the arrow that says it's under, it could be anything under 0.5% volume. It's bottle conditioned. I don't understand how they do these bottle conditioned beers, because surely if you've got some kind of sugar in there and you have yeast in the bottle to recondition the beer, then it's producing alcohol. But I guess if you produce such low amounts, it won't actually have any effect. So there is a bit of hiss coming off the bottle and a tiny bit of carbonation there. I've got a lager pint glass here. It feels like I've just poured a lager, alcohol-free lager. It does look very clear. I'm going to pour the whole lot because I want to see what's in the bottom of this thing. I don't want to pour too much in. Yeah, there's something at the bottom. I'm not really sure what it is I'm looking at there. Maybe it's not alcohol. Maybe it's not bottle condition. There's some sediment at the bottom. Anyway, Stiegl Salzburger. That must be where it's from. Okay, alcohol free. What type of beer? Salzburger. What type of beer is this? Does it say anything? It just says non-alcoholic beer. It doesn't really go into any detail as to what style of beer this is, but let's just call this a lager. I can smell wheat on it straight away. It's unmistakable. It has a very kind of like aromatic honey malt sort of aroma in it, and that's just wheat. That's what wheat does. It has a bready, honey, sweet aroma on the nose. So if you don't get that, then if you get more of a hop character or a peppery bitterness or something, you've probably got hardly any wheat in the beer. That's one way of telling anyway. So it's cloudy, it's unfiltered, it's bottle conditioned. There's a slightly rocky head of a one finger head of foam on top. It looks kind of nice, I have to say. I like the color of the bottle. I like the design of it. The beer looks kind of nice. Anyway, cheers, lunch, prost, all that stuff. Well, it's definitely a wheat beer. Again, this isn't going to do it for me. I'm now getting a general theme across a lot of these German beers. Not all of them, but some of these German non-alcoholic beers, except for Franziskaner Weissbier and Weinstefaner alcohol-free beer. Apart from those two, I can bracket a lot of these style of like wheat beers that have a lot of polyphenols, a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of sugars and starches in them. They all have this very pungent breadiness to them, a sweetness when you taste them that just falls off the sides of the mouth, and it coats your mouth in a kind of like a honey malt sweetness, bready, porridgey. I feel like these beers would be better used in cooking rather than for drinking at all. They're just not really modern. They're very old school. They're very traditional, and they don't provide you with a huge amount of flavor contribution. They feel to me more like they're purpose built for an audience. I get that all non-alcohol beers are, but that doesn't mean that you just have to have an offering. I've recently had a couple from microbreweries. I've tried one from Lervig, and some of these beers are just incredible. They don't even taste like anything like the old style alcohol-free beers that we're used to, and those are the ones that I'd be urging you to have a look at. But Weinstefner definitely is good, and Franziskaner is good. This one I already know because it's pretty much identical to several of these non-alcoholic beers that I've tasted. They're all pretty much the same, slightly different coloration, slightly different malt grist in the recipe, giving you, from lighter range all the way to darker malts, maybe get more of a toasty than a doughy bread, but they're all this sweet, honey, malty, porridgey, missing something type of a beer, and I'm just not enjoying them. Again, this would be the same as those. There's bitterness in this beer, which I like. That's my view on this brew. It's not for me. Maybe you like that kind of thing, but yeah, have a try of it, of course. But I think there's far, far better options out there now. And I'm going to go and get one right now. So this is the kind of option I want to be trying. I don't know if it's going to be any good because I've not had it, but my guess is it's going to be a lot better than that. Cheers, Slancha, and it's on to the next one. Bye.